Welcome to 365 Language Planet. This is 外国語で楽しもう Episode 9. このライブストリームでは日本語のシンプルで役立つのフレーズを外国語に置き換えることで外国語の練習をします。各フレーズを外国語で書くのに3分、そのフレーズに対する答えを書くのに3分が与えられます。In this live stream, we practice foreign languages by changing simple and useful phrases in Japanese to foreign languages. We have 3 minutes to write each phrase in a foreign language and 3 minutes to write answers to the phrase. さあ、始めましょう! Let's begin! The first phrase of this episode is スーパーに行くと大抵何を買いますか？この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか？ How would you say this question in a foreign language? You have 3 minutes. 3分間あります。スーパーに行くと大抵何を買いますか？ How would you say this question in a foreign language? この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか？ For me, I'm going to use Italian first. イタリア語. How about you? Cosa compri di solito quando vai al supermercado? That's what I would say in Italian. Cosa compri di solito quando vai al supermercato? How about you? スーパーに行くと大抵何を買いますか？この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか？ How would you say this question in a foreign language? All right. Why? Oh, thanks for joining the show. What do you usually buy at a supermarket? Nice job. Nice question. Superに行くと大抵何を買いますか? How would you say this question in a foreign language? この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか? So far we got one in English and one in Italian. What's next? スーパーに行くと大抵何を買いますか? この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか? How would you say this question in a foreign language? All right, K Workshop. Thanks for joining tonight's show. What do you usually buy when you go to the supermarket? Nice job. Takanona says, what do you usually buy when you go to the supermarket? Nice job. If this is your first time, you're welcome to join. Grandma K, great to see you again. Nice. She says, hi, what do you usually get when you go to the grocery store? Great. Yeah, in America, people often say grocery store for supermarket. So both are okay. I'm going to go to the supermarket. I'm going to go to the grocery store. So great. Fantastic. Nice job. If you're still typing, you can please share your sentence whenever you have time. Okay, let's move on. 今、この文に外国語でどのように答えますか? How would you answer this question in a foreign language? You have 3 minutes. 3分間あります。スーパーに行くと大抵何を買いますか? How would you answer this question in a foreign language? この文に外国語でどのように答えますか? So, in Italian, I would say, di solito compro la mia insalata preferita. Pesce, mirtilli, tofu e kimchi. Kimchi. A2. All right. I wrote, di solito compro la mia insalata preferita, pesce, mirtilli, tofu e kimchi. A2. So, 私は大抵好きなサラダと I usually buy my favorite salad, fish, blueberries, tofu, and kimchi. How about you? スーパーに行くと大抵何を買いますか? この文に外国語でどのように答えますか? Alright, Takanona says, I usually buy bananas. Nice answer. Okay, Workshop says, when I go to the supermarket, I usually buy yogurt. Nice. Sometimes, me too. I buy yogurt sometimes. And milk. YO says, I usually buy vegetables, fish, meat, and tofu there. Nice. I love tofu. Me too. Takesh says, I often buy green tea in plastic bottles at the supermarket. Nice. And Takesh, great to see you. Thanks for joining tonight's show. Recently I started buying coffee in plastic bottles at the supermarket because it's too hot to make coffee at home for me. All right. Well, if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your answer to this question anytime during the show or after. All right, so let's move on to the second question of this episode, which is, Yoku kohi o nomu na. この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか? How would you say this question in a foreign language? You have 3 minutes. 3分間あります. All right, Grandma K says, I always make sure to buy tofu, natto, eggs, and beer. Fantastic. That sounds like a very good shopping list. Okay, so you have 3 minutes. 3分間あります. よくコーヒーを飲むな. How would you say this question in a foreign language? この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか? This time I'm going to try to use Chinese, which is a great challenge. All right. 你常常喝咖啡，对不对？Okay. That's how I would say this question in Chinese. 你常常喝咖啡，对不对? Okay, YO says, you drink coffee often, don't you? Nice. Nice answer. Takesh says, you drink coffee all the time, don't you? Yeah. Yes. Nice answer. よくコーヒーを飲むな。この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか? All right, Takanona says, you drink coffee quite often, don't you? Great. How would you say this question in a foreign language? Please share your idea in the chat. Everyone is welcome to share their ideas. And you can use English, Spanish, Chinese, Italian, any language. Any language is welcome. よくコーヒーを飲むな。How would you say this question in a foreign language? この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか? There you go. You know, you guys, everyone has great sentences. Kind of funny one is like, I think the most funny one was, you drink coffee all the time, don't you? That's, yeah, very nice. Nice answer. If you're just joining the show, we do this show every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. Everyone's welcome to study with us. This one is よくコーヒーを飲むな。この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか? How would you say this question in a foreign language? You're welcome to share your idea in the chat anytime. All right, but we're going to move on. 今、この文に外国語でどのように答えますか? How would you answer this question in a foreign language? You have 3 minutes. 3分間あります. Okay, Grandma K says, you're always drinking coffee. Fantastic. Yes, I would say recently, yes, I'm always drinking coffee. That's my answer in English, but okay. I'm going to write my answer in Chinese. How about you? Okay. 对，我非常喜欢咖啡。你呢? Okay, Takesh says, yeah, I always have coffee every morning. Great answer. I wrote, 对，我非常喜欢咖啡。你呢? which means correct. Yes, that's right. I love coffee. How about you? よくコーヒーを飲むな。How would you answer this question in a foreign language? この文に外国語でどのように答えますか？ Recently, actually, I sometimes, this is just water, but sometimes with this big mug, I make iced coffee. So in Chinese, I wrote, correct. I love coffee. How about you? But I would say, for me, it's too late to drink coffee. I love coffee, but I do not drink coffee yet. Usually I don't drink coffee after 5 p.m. That's me. But, some of my students drink coffee all day, morning, afternoon, and evening. I don't know how they do it. All right, K Workshop says, I rarely drink coffee. I often drink green tea. Great. Lyle says, yes, I like to drink coffee in the morning and after lunch. How about you? Great. So, yeah, me too. Okay, me too. And one thing, K Workshop, if you in this situation, if someone's like, you drink coffee all the time, right? Don't you? And I would, if I were you, I would say, actually, I rarely drink coffee. So if this is not correct in English, using actually is a really useful phrase. よくコーヒーを飲むな。実はあまり飲まない。でも、okay. Takanona says, I only drink coffee 3 times a day. After breakfast, after lunch, and at 3 p.m. Wow. Sometimes me too. That's very similar to my schedule. Okay, great job. All right, well, if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your answer in the chat anytime. All right, so the next question of this episode is, 明日は何時に起きたいですか？この文に外国語で言うとどうなりますか？ How would you say this question in a foreign language? You have 3 minutes. 3分間あります。明日は何時に起きたいですか？ How would you say this question in a foreign language? この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか？ Oh, Grandma K says, I need a cup of coffee, especially in the afternoon while working. Me too. All right, Takesh says, what time do you want to wake up tomorrow? Nice. All right. I'm gonna try to say that in German. All right, Takano, what time do you want to wake up tomorrow? Nice. Good workshop. What time do you want to get up tomorrow? Great. Yeah, get up, wake up. Both are fantastic. All right. Wie viel Uhr möchtest du morgen aufstehen? I'm sorry, it's not the most beautiful German in the world, but that's how I would say it in German. Wie viel Uhr möchtest du morgen aufstehen? Okay, Lyle says, what time do you like to wake up tomorrow morning? Great. If you use like, I would add would. What time would you like to wake up tomorrow morning? It would be, the best. But nice sentence, YO. All right. If you're just joining tonight's show, you're welcome to join us in the chat. 明日は何時に起きたいですか？この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか？ How would you say this question in a foreign language? 英語、ドイツ語、スペイン語、中国語、何でもいい。All right, Grandma K says, what time do you want to get up tomorrow? Nice. Nice question. 明日は何時に起きたいですか？ How would you say this question in a foreign language? この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか？ All right. Well, great job. Everyone's ideas were fantastic. You can use get up or wake up in English, and you can use do you wanna or would you like to? All great. All right. Hey, Highbridge. Thanks for joining tonight's show. Hey, Highbridge says, what time do you want to get up tomorrow? Great. Nice question. Okay, so 今この文に外国語でどのように答えますか？ How would you answer this question in a foreign language? You have 3 minutes. 3分間あります。明日は何時に起きたいですか？ How would you answer this question in a foreign language? この文に外国語でどのように答えますか？Okay. Here I go. I'm gonna try in German. Ich möchte 6 Uhr aufstehen, weil ich morgens in Fitnessstudio gehen möchte. Okay, Takesh says, I want to wake up at 6:30. How about you? Nice answer. Lyle says, I'd like to wake up around 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Nice. Me too. I tried to say that in German, but it's tough. Okay, K Workshop says, I want to get up at 6 tomorrow, and I want to repair my course. It's damaged. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Und du? Okay, ich möchte 6 Uhr aufstehen, weil ich morgens ins Fitnessstudio gehen möchte. Und du? So I'm just like a lot of you guys. I wrote, I would like to wake up at 6 o'clock. Just like K Workshop and YO. Because I'd like to go to the gym tomorrow morning, or in the morning. I haven't gone to the gym in the morning for a really long time. So, I don't know. It's kind of unlikely, but it's my target. Ikitai. Okay, well, if you're still typing, please continue and you can share your answer in the chat anytime, during or after the show. Okay, Takanona says, I want to wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Wow. We got like 4 people at 6 a.m. and 1 at 6:30. Hybrid says, I want to get up at 6 o'clock. Wow. So many people who want to get up at 6 o'clock. That's amazing. Well, let's all get up at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, let's move on to the last question of this episode. Last question of mine for this episode, which is, 今朝起きてから何をしましたか？この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか？ How would you say this question in a foreign language? You have 3 minutes. 3分間あります。Okay, Grandma K says, I wish I could sleep in, but I need to wake up by 8 a.m. Nice answer. Okay, so now you have 3 minutes to write this question in a foreign language. 今朝起きてから何をしましたか？ How would you say this question in a foreign language? この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか？ Alright, Takesh says, what did you do after waking up this morning? Nice. Alright, this one I'm going to try to use Spanish. ¿Qué hiciste después de despertarte esta mañana? ¿Qué hiciste después de despertarte esta mañana? That's how I would say this question in Spanish. Spaingo. How about you? この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか? How would you say this question in a foreign language? All right, Takanona says, I went for a walk with my dog this morning after I woke up. Nice. I think you a little bit skipped ahead to the next section. But very nice sentence. Nice sentence, Takanona. Keisa, okite kara nani o shimashita ka? How would you say this question in a foreign language? この文を外国語で言うとどうなりますか? All right. Well, if you're still typing, please continue and you can share how you would say this question in a foreign language anytime. Okay, well, let's move on. 今、この文に外国語でどのように答えますか? How would you answer this question in a foreign language? You have 3 minutes. 3分間あります。今朝起きてから何をしましたか? How would you answer this question in a foreign language? この文に外国語でどのように答えますか? I guess Takanona already answered this question. If you want Takanona, you could write how to say this question. Okay. Takesh says, I did Duolingo this morning after I woke up. How about you? Great. All right. Well, for me, I would say I kind of recently, I do the same routine every morning, almost. Grandma Kay says, what did you do this morning after you got up? Nice. Great question. All right. Esta mañana abrí las cortinas, moví la cama y estudié idiomas. ¿Y tú? I meant ¿y tú? ¿Y tú? Esta mañana abrí las cortinas, moví la cama y estudié idiomas. ¿Y tú? This morning, I opened the curtains, moved the bed, and studied languages. How about you? 今朝起きてから何をしましたか? この文に外国語でどのように答えますか? How would you say, How would you answer this question in a foreign language? Okay, 今朝起きてから何をしましたか? How would you answer this question in a foreign language? この文に外国語でどのように答えますか? All right. Well, if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share your answer to this question in the chat or in the comments anytime. All right, let's move on to Q&A time. So now, 今、チャットではどの言語でも質問できます。Now, you can ask questions in the chat with any language you want. You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。If you want, you can make and share questions about anything. I always tell my students, try to use fun input. So, useful, try to make, useful questions, not too hard questions, and interesting questions. Interesting for you. I love the beer garden, especially Takashimaya's beer garden. So if I was watching this show, I would ask something about the beer garden. All right, Takesh says, I drink my coffee black, but do you add sugar or milk? Nice question. I drink my coffee black too. almost always, but sometimes I might add a little bit of milk. All right, Grandma K says, it was nice outside, so I hung the laundry out. Nice. Seems like my laptop battery is a little bit low. So if the show suddenly stops, it's because I lost power. And right now, today, instead of having the electric cord go to my laptop, I'm using the outlet to power a fan to keep this room cool. So my PC is low on power. Oh, it says 20. It says should be no problem. Okay. 今、チャットではどの言語でも質問できます。You can ask questions in the chat with any language you want. English, Japanese, Spanish, Chinese, German, maybe Italian. If you want, you can ask questions in French, but I don't know almost any French, so. I have a question for Takesh. Do you drink hot coffee or iced coffee nowadays? I usually in the morning I have a cup of hot coffee, and then after lunch I have iced coffee or just cold coffee. How about you? My family and I did some laundry this morning too. Oh, great question. Lyle says, what kind of cheese do you like with wine? Great question. Well, my favorite otsumami cheese is smoked cheese. And so you get kind of like candy cheese, but like with a smoked flavor and kind of brown on the outside. How about you, Wayo? I love chitara too, but I usually eat chitara with beer, but wine too. So chitara, smoked cheese, and then of course, if it's a special occasion, maybe some Camembert cheese. But that's only for the special occasion. Okay, well, if you're still typing, please continue, and you can share questions in the chat with any language you want, anytime. So I look forward, I hope you guys ask questions, and I look forward to seeing your questions in the future. All right, well, that's the end of 外国語で楽しもう episode 9. This live stream is every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and give the video a big thumbs up. All right. YO says, thank you so much. Good night. Thank you, YO. Hope you have a great night. All right. I hope everyone has a great night, and I look forward to studying with you again next Sunday. So till next time.